The one thing I notice about a lot of people is and I keep saying this over and over, they're afraid to change. They keep going back to their old ways of doing things because that's what they're used to. Things that are rigid, that don't want to change, they snap eventually. Something that's really hard is going to snap when the pressure gets too much. Whereas something that flows and bows in the wind and with change, it adapts. And those are the things that last. So I suggest, if you really want to make it in life, learn to adapt. Learn to be open-minded to new things, new concepts, new ways of doing things. I know that the older you get, the harder it is to do that. But that's what survives, those who adapt. And those who say, I'm not changing anymore, I'm just going to be the way I am. Fine, enjoy your life. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Just realize you're limiting yourself and your time on this earth. And again, there's nothing really necessarily wrong with that. But if you want to live long and experience lots of things, stick around for a while. And this is like success not just with health, but with business, with pretty much anything. So things that flow. And what's the most flowy thing out there? Water. Take water for an example. Water is the most adaptive substance there is. I mean, it will find the tiniest little hole and escape. And if there is no hole and it is stuck, it will turn itself into a gas and go out that way. It'll turn itself from liquid into a gaseous state and escape as water vapor. It's an amazing stuff. It adapts to pretty much any situation it can, and then it just reforms somewhere else. It'll turn into a gas, go somewhere else, and then reform back into water again. And there's just as much water on the planet now as there was 1 billion years ago when the dinosaurs roamed the earth. It's been around forever. It's the most adaptive substance there is. So let's learn from water. It flows, it goes, it might have to make some turns, it might have to go through some nasty stuff. And the other cool thing about water is, no matter how toxic it becomes, it can always be turned back into pure dihydrogen oxide, H2O. And you, no matter how toxic your life is, no matter how much garbage you've accumulated, you can cleanse yourself and become reformed somewhere else. Now, I know the ultimate way of looking at that is you could die and then reform as something else. That's one way of doing it. Or if you want to stay a human being alive on the planet for a while, adapt, flow, learn from water. Okay, that's your lesson for today. I mean, I'm talking about success here, not just with health, but with business and life. If you want to live the good life, it took me a while to figure this out. It took me over 50 years to figure this out. And I'm sharing this with you because I don't want this to happen to you. I don't want you to have to go 50 years like I did and then finally figure out, I wish I knew this. That's why I wrote the pocketbook, Instructions for a New Life. You don't have to read it, but that's why I wrote it. It's not a money maker for me. Look, I make $1 off of it. It's a paperback. I'm helping you guys. Everything. That thing should be the Bible for life. Now, I'm not talking about the God thing. I'm talking about these are the rules that you should follow to be successful in life. There's some basic stuff you need to know. Like don't eat this poison. Try that. That's good. Basic stuff you should know that they don't teach you. They teach you stupid stuff. How many people know algebra? I mean, how far is that going to get you in life? Anyway, so I want you to live the good life too, so learn to flow and adapt, be open, and be flexible. Don't be rigid. Rigid things snap, they break. Lesson for the day. Have a good one. See you around.